we were young made everyone want to help us more.
I kind of disagree. There were definitely times when people were like, I mean, I know I mentioned in the video that I volunteer at Charter Oak Elementary School, and I know when I first got there, the teacher that I ended up working with was very suspicious of me. She sort of thought I was just like another, kid who wanted another extracurricular to put on my resume, and I remember I had to prove to her that by coming every single week and never missing it for anything, and then finally at the end she was like, yeah, you cared.
I'm so excited to have high schoolers showing interest in the younger kids and going down to help and really trying to make a difference from early on in their lives. One day I shadowed Senator Bai at the Capitol, and it was the most interesting experience. Wasn't what she was doing, but how people were communicating. And every time I was in meetings at Town Hall here, just the different levels of government and how people interact, how politicians can owe each other favors or communicate through interactions within the hallway. Beth was saying, Senator Bai was saying that she always has to walk through the hallway with another senator, or else people will come up to her and start lobbying for things. So I think that moving forward from here, I'm definitely going to keep working with increasing preschool access, but more than getting me interested in that, it really got me interested in how people in different levels of different professional life interact with one another.
I think Mrs. Devine, you gotta describe her with the 3 P's: perseverance, passion, and what was it? Oh, it's perspective. It's perspective. Everything that I see now is through this whole new lens of perspective, and comparing what I have to what others don't have, and seeing myself in the first world and how blessed I am for what I have rather than what I don't have, which is often what we the mentality that we're living in.
I feel like Mrs. Devine showed us that in order to actually make something happen, you have to have the motivation come from yourself. Mrs. Devine is wonderful because what she does is she puts us in, we put ourselves in groups even, and she says, go, do something amazing, and we do, and the motivation comes from us. It's not you're getting graded on every minute detail of this thing and that's your motivation. It has to come from the group.
Yeah, I think it was interesting because whenever we were talking to people and emailing people, I just felt reluctant to say that it was for a school project, because it didn't feel like it was for a school project. It just felt like it was from within, we really wanted to do it. It wasn't we're doing this for school or whatever. We just we're passionate about it.
We learned a lot about making goals, and the making goals aspect of it was really important. We couldn't have done anything if we didn't set goals for ourselves, or our group didn't set goals together and we actually strove to complete them.
Something specific to our group is, so we're the financial literacy group, and I take AP Econ, and something Ms. Pelling says, we were watching this video, she goes, this is boring. She goes, this is not fun. And to be an aware citizen and understand how money works, even though it's not the most, interesting or kind of luxurious topic, it's necessary, especially as, our global economy progresses and stuff. It's really critical. And to kind of break the stigma of, for kids transitioning to high school and beyond, that this is not necessary or I don't want to involve myself in this, you kind of have to break that, because understanding finances, understanding how the economy works is really important, especially as we progress. That's what we learned, absolutely.
I was part of the other financial literacy group in period 7, and one thing that I found is how to get creative in reaching a goal. A part of our financial literacy week, as you saw with the cash cap, we really wanted to get the students involved and the student body involved in this project and show them that this stuff is really important and it's really valuable for your life going forward to college and beyond.
You have no idea. the collaboration and, like I said, getting past administration that has been mentioned, everything about it, like nothing's easy. It's nothing we've ever seen before. So yeah, you definitely need to be mature to take it, but I have to say, I think I could have used something like this early on in my education just because I feel like there's so much I didn't know was out there that I've only learned this year and I wish I'd known earlier.
It makes it learn differently.
Yeah, you learn differently. Look at everything.
For every student.
It's like you learn to love learning, I guess.
I think that it's difficult kind of when you put projects in other classes because every project, even if it's, a great idea, everyone's still doing it for the grade. Versus this class, the whole structure of it is not about getting the grade.
So I definitely think project-based learning is great, and especially for senior year, because we've spent so long doing all of this, like laying the foundation for it. But I think as a preliminary learning tool, sometimes it can be something that people use to, when they freak out about too much standardized learning. But definitely senior year, and definitely when the foundation has been laid, and especially in humanities and social studies courses.
Yeah, I mean, it works really well for us because we have like as seniors, we kind of have already figured out like what we're passionate about and what, we're more confident in our ability to do stuff on our own. I think that if I had to do anything like this freshman year, it would have just totally overwhelmed me. And I think that might turn people off from project-based learning.
You do that's so special is you make it abundantly clear that your first interest is in making us succeed and your second interest is in making a wonderful change in the world. And other teachers are like, get the grades out, get them out, get the students through the class. And you make it clear that you're so interested in us, and it really pushes us forward. And project-based learning might not succeed if the teacher isn't as invested as the student in the projects.